Things turned kind of ugly. My semi was stolen twice. I was hit by a car. The way I look at the reason why I'm in this current position is because there's something I need to do.
Hello, welcome everybody back to another episode of Miss Melodie's Learning Bytes. We're excited to share a story of real true triumph through the hardships of learning program and learning computers, learning IT, just learning all the things that are kind of thrown at you when you get jumped into a program. And we're excited to have a student with us. His name is Sean. Sean, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I was glad to be here.
And Miss Melodie, take it away.
This is Sean. You and I started working together last year, and I know that computers were an intimidating thing for you. Share with us a little bit about your background and why you came to our class and what you were looking to get out of it.
Computers or technology and we don't get along. Point blank, it's like oil and water. So with my background being 30 years of long hauling, doing 3.25 million miles just on the West Coast only, the company I was with started putting in tablets and start working with different items to make things a little easier for the drivers and make it more efficient for everybody. So it was definitely a struggle trying to transition from paper and pencil to electronics and computers and tablets.
So you were a long haul truck driver, a very successful one, it sounds like.
I did all right. I was an owner operator for a while, and things turned kind of ugly. My semi was stolen, and I was involved with a accident that I was in, and I tore my rotator cuff and lost 30% of my movement of right arm, which in long hauling, you won't be able to pass a physical. You can't disconnect trailers. You can't even put chains on the tires in the wintertime. I just have no strength, no movement in my arm. So it's like, well, I'm not going to take all these years of logistics and just flush it. I'm going to use it. So I started, well, here we go, into computers. All right, so we got to find some sort of mutual ground here. Let's stop arguing computer and technology. And let's kind of move on with it, and started getting in where I started, a lot of the stuff I'm doing before is actually I knew something about. Kind of got learning a whole lot more. It's like, wow, there's a whole lot easier way of doing things than what I was doing. Okay, but then again, I kind of like my paper and pencil, and I can change and alter and do what I need to do. But the addition, I have to do it several times, make sure I got the same answer, and where you can just punch it in and it adds it all for you. This is actually getting pretty cool. Okay.
So what I'm hearing you say is that you had the business understanding, you had the logistics experience. And so what our class did for you was it helped you figure out how to marry those two things together so that you could do things faster and more efficiently and be more productive.
Yeah, actually been very happy. My father even called and goes, I just can't figure this out. I said, what are you doing, Dad? And he goes, I'm trying to figure this out. And I said, oh, okay, well, get on your computer. He goes, yeah, and I talked him through it. It's the things you taught me in class. He goes, wow, everything's working. How did you learn how to do this? Dad, I'm in class. What do you think I've been doing for the last couple of months?
That's so exciting to hear that, the skills that we went over, you really do use those once you and you can share them with other people too.
And I've actually taken my notebook into work with me about 2 weeks ago. There was a situation at work where the prior person sitting there kind of locked things up, and I couldn't get in because of the way he had it situated. And because of your help and your way of teaching, I actually got in there and unlocked it all. So I pull it back out there, and everybody's like, well, how'd you do that? And I was like, class.
Well, that's an exciting story. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you're doing right now?
Logistic brokerage. And what that is there's outside owner operators that have come in and to deliver their paperwork. And what the goal is to get them loads for their truck so they can move on to different places. What my job is, I'm in the back making sure that they have their authority, which is their right to be a truck driving company, and their licenses and their insurances, and make sure all that's caught up and the system is all caught up so they can be dispatched.
What applications you were using?
Their system that they're using was Crystal Reports.
Okay.
So I, again, dug into my written notebook, started digging through there. Says, okay, Miss Melody, when we were doing Crystal Reports. So I just kind of summarized everything and remember what you taught me, and just kind of rolled right on through, and things seem to be going very well.
And Gennaro was the one who taught you Crystal Reports.
Yeah.
Some of these are some of our other amazing instructors.
Yes.
Tapping into skills that you are using in the workplace.
Yeah, it helped quite a bit. I remember when Mia covered one of your days, and then I had her in another class. So it was nice to see a familiar face and her style, which is like, okay, this is going to work out real well. And yeah, the instructors I had, it's just been wonderful.
Now, you mentioned using Crystal Reports at work.
Yes.
And you also mentioned having to remove the protection of something. Are you using Excel also and Word?
I do use Excel. I do use Word. There's another one. It's called TruckMate.
Okay.
Which is a version of Crystal Reports and Excel. It's kind of a blend of the two.
So, and that's not unusual that one application is done very similarly to another application. So you have had such an exciting journey. I'm so happy to see that you are doing well, applying what we're learning, and you're willing to share that with others. Jesse, did you have any other questions?
Sean, I think that's a great story of, hearing the transition that you were able to make from truck driving to, still working in the industry. It sounds like you're using TruckMate, so you're still in the industry using the knowledge that you knew. You're just, using the computer now. You're working smarter, not harder, as they say. So kudos to you.
My body's pretty much broken up and beat up pretty hard over the years, and there is twice I was hit by a car when I was taking my chains off. So it's funny because it's all on my right shoulder. My poor right shoulder taking the beating. Oh, it's like, you know what? I'm still here, and it's like, okay, fine. And the way I look at the reason why I'm in there, because there's in this current position, is because there's something I need to do. I realize that, and the only way I can describe it is simply as this: the good Lord says, "No, Sean, you're not driving no more. What part of no didn't you understand? Here, let me make this real clear for you. Now we're going to put you in this training and going to get you doing something different. All right, okay. This is the path. This is the light, and so be it."
Nice. And if anybody else is feeling inspired, or life is smacking you in the face, telling you need to change careers, you can head over to careerdevelopmentsolutions.com and check out our website. You can learn how to use computers with a free class, a free session that we have on Fridays. Every Friday, we're teaching you how to use a computer. And if you want to know more about the programs such as the one that Sean went through, you can talk to our education advisor and set up a free career assessment. That's careerdevelopmentsolutions.com. Thank you both.